everyone! In today's video, we are doing trying new Asian food from Trader Joe's. It's been probably over a year since my last Trader Joe's video. If you missed those, we've tried tteokbokki, curries, dumplings, boba ice cream, scallion pancake, mochi, orange chicken. We also tried literally every single ube product from Trader Joe's, so I would definitely recommend checking those videos out. If you like these videos where I try stuff out from places like Costco or Trader Joe's, definitely hit that thumbs up and comment below if there's any other stores that you'd like to see me review. And yeah, without further ado, let's go to Trader Joe's. So first up, we have these squiggly knife cut style noodles with soy and sesame sauce. And I've been seeing these all over social media for the past few months. People have been saying they're a dupe for the momofuku noodles that are very similar to this. And personally, I love any noodles with texture, so I am super excited about this. So it comes with 4 packs of noodles like this, and there's the soy and sesame sauce as well as those squiggly noodles. Look at that, I'm so excited. So to prepare this, we bring at least 4 cups of water to a boil, add 1 noodle pack and cook for 4 minutes. Drain noodles and place in a bowl. Add 1 sauce packet to noodle bowl. Stir and enjoy. All right, here we have our squiggly noodles. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is an insane noodle bowl. It also smells super fragrant of soy and sesame. And I know a lot of times people have been adding like green onions or sesame seeds or egg, but I did not prepare that far in advance. So we're just gonna try it plain like this. I absolutely love the texture. You can feel each squiggle and curl in your mouth as you chew on the noodles. And not only that, but it does have a nice little chew to it as well. So safe to say I'm really enjoying the texture. Flavor wise, I do taste the soy and sesame, but I do feel like it could have a stronger and more complex flavor. Eating it by itself, it definitely feels like it's missing something. So I see why other people are adding different things to it. I'm actually just gonna add a little bit of this Zindru crunchy garlic chili oil. If you guys have been here for a while, you know this is my absolute favorite chili oil. The one that I like to use is the X batch, which is pretty spicy, but they do have a milder one that is really good too. So I will link this in the description. This is not sponsored. I'm not even an affiliate with them. Just love the product, and they're also a small business. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way. So I'm just adding a tiny scoop, and even then I feel like it might be too much. This stuff is potent. Oh my god, that already made it a million times better in flavor. Honestly, I feel like with the sauce that it comes with and then just add a tiny bit of the Zindru and it's actually perfect to eat just like this. It also brings this nice garlicky flavor in addition to the spice and the soy and the sesame. Whew, spicy. All right, next we're gonna try this vegetable panang curry with jasmine rice. And the last time I tried a Thai curry from Trader Joe's, I was pleasantly surprised. So I have high hopes for this. To prepare it, we cut a 1-inch slit over rice and over sauce. Heat for 3 minutes on high. Remove and pull back film. Stir sauce and fluff rice. Recover and continue to heat for an additional minute. Place rice in a dish and spoon sauce over. Let stand for 1 minute before serving. All right, so here we have our vegetable panang curry. It smells so fragrant. Like literally the smell of curry just filled the entire house. You can see that there's a variety of vegetables in there, like baby corn, spinach, green beans, kale, zucchini, and snow peas. Let's grab a good bite here with some vegetables, curry, and rice. Whoa, the flavor is so strong. You taste all those flavors of coconut milk, lemongrass. However, I do think that this has a really strong flavor of ginger. And you guys know, I am not the biggest fan of ginger. In fact, it is my #1 most hated food ever. So I'm kind of sad because it kind of ruins the dish for me. So if you don't hate ginger like me, you might like this. Other than the strong ginger taste though, the vegetables are nice and crunchy, so I do enjoy that. However, I think the sauce to rice ratio ended up making the rice quite mushy. So I think I recommend just adding the curry sauce as you eat it instead of just pouring it all on at once like I did to hopefully avoid that mushy rice. All right, next up we have these ube jojos, which are vanilla flavored sandwich cookies with ube cream and an ube and yogurt candy coating. I feel like every year Trader Joe's comes out with a few new ube products, and last year me and mom tried every single ube Trader Joe's product. I'll link the video in the cards, and I believe these came out this year, so I thought I would try them for you guys. Let's open these up. Ooh, look at that pretty purple color. These are really interesting because I feel like usually the JoJo's at Trader Joe's don't have the coating on the outside. Like they're literally just sandwich cookies with the cream in the middle. So I wonder why they decided to cover these in like a candy kind of coating. It's such a pretty purple color and I love the little like drizzle stripe design that they did on top. Oh wow, you definitely get hit with a strong like vanilla, coconutty flavor. But yeah, that outer coating is quite sweet. Like it makes it a bit too sweet for my liking. The cookies do help balance it out a little bit, but I feel like that initial hit of the sweetness from the coating just makes it too sweet for me. Like I would prefer if they made the actual cookie part ube flavored and then also have the ube cream on the inside as well. So I feel like the concept of a ube JoJo I was really excited for because basically when you think of a ube JoJo, you think of a ube Oreo, but I do think that the execution wasn't the best. So unless you like really sweet stuff, I would recommend skipping it. All right, next up we have these red curry Thai noodles. And in the photo, it looks like they have these really nice thick noodles, which I'm really excited about because I love thick noodles. To prepare this, we open package and remove noodle and sauce packets. Empty packets into cup and replace the lid. Microwave on high for 1.5 minutes. Carefully remove from microwave and stir. Replace lid and heat for an additional 30 seconds or until heated through. Stir well and allow to rest for 2 minutes before serving. Okay, so here we have our red curry Thai noodles. The width of the noodles reminds me of like udon. The noodles do have a nice chew to them. Like they're kind of springy and bouncy, which I really like. Flavor wise, you definitely get that Thai red curry flavor. I do think that the flavor could be stronger. Like it's a little bit on the subtle side, but I honestly don't think it's bad for like a quick meal that you can just heat up for a few minutes. It does have a slight ginger flavor, but it's more strong on the lemongrass. And also this one does have a little bit of heat to it too. I feel like as you eat more and more of it, the spice slowly builds up. All right, so next up we have this japchae, which is Korean sweet potato glass noodles and vegetable stir fry. When I saw this at Trader Joe's, I knew I had to grab it and try it. And another thing that I was really looking for was their new Trader Joe's kimbap. But unfortunately, I couldn't find it anywhere. So if you guys have tried it, please let me know in the comments what you thought so I know whether or not it's worth it to grab it next time. So to prepare this, we place 3 tablespoons of water and frozen japchae in a skillet. Heat over medium heat for about 3 minutes or until japchae noodles and vegetables are warmed through and added water is reduced down. All right, here we have our japchae. It looks really good, although I do have a bone to pick with those instructions because it said to heat on medium heat for 3 minutes, but mine took more like 10 minutes to do. So it's not as fast as the directions made it seem, but I am really excited to try this. The glass noodles, I was worried that they would get soggy and not as bouncy, but they're still pretty bouncy and chewy. They have a nice sesame oil flavor. I also love all the different veggies you have in here, like onions, spinach, carrot, and bell peppers. I do think that the ones at the Korean restaurants are better, but if you're craving some japchae at home or you're looking for like a quick side to put together for your meal, I think this is a really good one. All right, next up we have this paneer tikka masala with spinach basmati rice. I've never had that before. Usually when I get the Trader Joe's Indian food, it just comes with normal basmati rice. So I'm very curious if that's gonna add some like extra flavor. And then I also picked up the palak paneer, which is spinach and paneer cheese seasoned with a bit of curry and chili. I have tried a lot of Trader Joe's Indian food in the past and I've never been disappointed, so I have high hopes for these. These two have the same heating instructions. So to prepare these, we remove tray from carton and puncture film 2 to 3 times. Heat on high for 2 minutes. Carefully peel film back enough to stir gently. Heat for an additional 2 minutes. Let tray sit for 2 minutes. Carefully remove film to avoid steam burns. All right, so here we have our paneer tikka masala and our palak paneer. I'm gonna go ahead and try some of the palak paneer first. I remember the first time I tried paneer was in high school, and I remember I thought it was tofu because I felt like the texture was really similar. Let's give it a try. Has a really nice flavor of the spinach, and at the very end there's a tiny slight kick from the chili, and then the texture of the paneer, it is kind of similar to tofu, but I would say it's more bouncy and actually a little bit squeaky, almost similar to like when you eat cheese curds and there's a little squeak to it. The paneer cheese is kind of like that too. Next, let's try the paneer tikka masala. I'm gonna get a scoop of it with that spinach basmati rice. Oh, that paneer is squeaky. I do really like the flavor of the tikka masala. It has this nice curry tomatoey flavor, and the spinach basmati rice does balance it out really well. Oh, there's also carrots in the spinach basmati rice. I was like so surprised because I got this like little crunchiness. Overall, I like both of these, but I do think that I would rather get the chicken tikka masala. I personally just like chicken more than paneer, but I would definitely get the palak paneer again too. Next up, we have this instant boba kit. It's brown sugar tapioca pearl drink mix. And this I actually reviewed in a YouTube short short slash TikTok slash Instagram reel, but I have not reviewed it on a main channel long form video. So I thought I'd just throw this in there. It comes with 4 of these pouches of boba and 4 paper straws. But you guys know, of course, we're gonna use our Feed Me My Glass boba straw. Link will be in the description as always. They have 2 different preparations. They have microwave and stovetop, but from what I remember, I did like the microwave version better than the stovetop version. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Carefully cut open corner of the pouch. Place pouch upright in a microwave safe cup. Heat on high power for 45 seconds or until contents are heated through. Carefully remove pouch from cup and pour contents into a cup for serving. Add ice and milk or your beverage of choice. Stir and enjoy. Okay, so here we have our brown sugar boba, and I went ahead and just added milk, but you could totally add like milk tea or any other drink that would go well with brown sugar boba. The boba is really nice and soft and chewy. The size is definitely on the small side. Like, I do wish that the boba was bigger, but I am pretty happy with the texture. It's chewy, it's soft, it's bouncy. It has a nice brown sugar flavor as well. And I also think maybe I added a little too much milk. So the brown sugar flavor of the drink isn't super strong, but it's actually still quite enjoyable. I feel like this is pretty similar to some other instant boba brands. Like, one that comes to mind is Boba Bam. I reviewed them in one of the Costco videos I did. I think it was the one where I tried every boba product at Costco. And I feel like this one is almost identical to that one. It's very, very similar. So yeah, I would recommend getting this and just keeping it in your freezer for those times when you're craving boba, but you don't want to leave the house, or when it's 2 a.m. and all the boba shops are closed. This is perfect for that. All right, so next up, we have these mini spicy pumpkin samosas. And I've tried some of the other mini samosas from Trader Joe's, and they're usually pretty good. So I'm excited to try this spicy pumpkin version, which I think they only have in the fall time. Also, since we're on the topic of fall Trader Joe's items, I just have to give a little special shout out to my favorite fall item from Trader Joe's, the butternut squash mac and cheese. If you guys haven't tried it, you definitely should. I literally stock up on boxes whenever it's fall time, and I think a lot of people do the same thing because whenever I go, there's only a few boxes left. So if you see this, grab it. You will not regret it. For the heating instructions for the samosas, they have conventional oven or microwave methods, but I'm gonna go a little rogue and actually heat these up in the air fryer because I feel like that'll make it a lot better. So I'm gonna heat the air fryer to 400 degrees and let them air fry for 6 to 7 minutes and shake halfway. All right, here we have our spicy pumpkin samosas. They sound so crispy. Can you hear that crisp? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That is nice and crispy. The texture is very similar to like a potato. I think there might even be potato in the filling in addition to the pumpkin. The general flavor profile of it is basically just like a curry samosa, but with like a little hint of pumpkin and some creaminess from the paneer cheese. And I can definitely taste that there's a little bit of spice. It's nothing too spicy. These are really good little bite-sized snacks. I feel like this would be great for if you're having a gathering or a party. These would definitely be a hit. So next up, we have this spicy miso instant ramen soup, and it says that it's vegan in the corners. So I'm noticing that I picked up a lot of like vegetarian or vegan friendly options this time. To prepare it, we remove lid and pour contents from seasoning and oil packets into cup, add boiling water to fill line, stir gently, cover tightly, and let stand for 6 minutes. Stir again until seasoning is completely dissolved and enjoy. All right, here we have our spicy miso instant ramen, and immediately the broth actually looks really, really flavorful. So I'm pretty surprised by that. And also don't mind me using a plate because if I hold the cup, it's way too hot. So this is my hack for when I need to eat something in a hot container. I just put it in a plate or a bowl so that way I don't have to directly touch the hot cup or container. Oh wow, these noodles actually took me by surprise because I'm gonna be honest, when I opened it, I thought they looked really similar to the one from previous Costco videos. I believe the brand is Snapdragon, and the noodle texture looks pretty similar to that. So I basically thought it was gonna taste exactly the same, but these are actually more bouncy. I do think though that when you eat it by itself, you don't get much of the flavor of the broth. So let me try some of the broth on its own. By the way, I always get questions on where I get these wooden spoons, so I'll link them in the description as well as some of the other home kitchen items that I use in this video. Interesting. When you first sip it, it does have a spicy miso flavor. So it's actually kind of flavorful, which I didn't expect. However, there is kind of a sour aftertaste at the end. I'm not really quite sure what that's about. It's really weird. Like, I like the flavor in the beginning, but then once you get to that kind of aftertaste, it just gets a little sour and tart, which I'm not the hugest fan of. So I'm really confused about that. So up next, we have this Japanese-inspired chicken karaage. It's crispy seasoned dark chicken meat with a sweet and savory dipping sauce. sauce. I'm really excited about this because I love chicken karaage. Like whenever we go to a Japanese restaurant, we usually order it. So to prepare it, we preheat the air fryer to 390, place chicken inside air fryer basket in a single layer, cook chicken for 16 minutes or until internal temperature reaches 165. And for the sauce, we place unopened sauce packet in a bowl of warm water until thawed and ready for dipping. All right, here we have our chicken karaage and our sauce on the side. Also, look at this super cute bowl I made at Color Me Mine. I mean, I didn't technically make it, I painted it. The chicken sounds so crispy. Let's grab a piece and dip it in the sauce. Whoa, first of all, the sauce is actually really flavorful. It kind of reminds me of Kewpie mayo kind of flavor, but more flavor and stronger than Kewpie mayo. It actually complements the chicken quite well. The texture of the chicken, I do think it is nice and crunchy on the outside. I would prefer it to be a little bit more crispy rather than crunchy. Like I feel like it maybe has too much breading or batter on it, kind of makes it a little too doughy. And I think that would explain why it's more of a hard crunchy than like a light crispy. However, I was shocked that the chicken inside is actually really juicy. Like you can see the juiciness glistening. Overall, it's definitely not as good as the karaage you're gonna get at a Japanese restaurant, but I do think if you don't have a Japanese restaurant near you, or if you have late night karaage cravings, then I feel like this would do the job. Okay, so next up, we have this Japanese style fried rice with edamame, tofu, and hijiki seaweed. So to prepare it, we heat 2 tablespoons of oil in a non-stick skillet, carefully add rice and stir fry for 4 to 5 minutes or until rice is cooked thoroughly to 165 degrees. All right, so here we have our Japanese fried rice and it smells really good. You can definitely see those pieces of carrot, edamame, seaweed, and tofu in there too. The tofu looks similar to inari, like those tofu pockets. So I wonder if it is that. The rice has a really nice texture. Like it's a little bit chewy, but it's soft, but it's also not mushy. And you can feel each grain of rice. I'm pretty sure tofu is inari because it has that spongy sweetness that inari has. And it works really well with the flavor combos of this fried rice. You get a little crunch from the carrot and the edamame, which adds a nice contrast in texture. Overall, really good flavor. Really like the texture of the rice and the vegetables. And this would be like a perfect side for dinner or even just the main. Like this could totally stand on its own. All right, next up, we have this barbecue teriyaki chicken. It's marinated barbecue chopped dark chicken meat with authentic teriyaki sauce. And to prepare it, we heat 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil in a large non-stick skillet. Add chicken and stir fry until heated through about 6 to 8 minutes. Add sauce and stir until hot. Okay, here we have our teriyaki chicken. It actually looks super good. It's like shiny and glistening from the teriyaki glaze. And I also served it up with some white rice to balance out the flavor from the teriyaki sauce and also to soak up some of that sauce too. Gonna grab a bite with some chicken and some rice. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it amazes me how fast and easy the Trader Joe's frozen food is. And usually it tastes pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes they do miss, but a lot of the times their quick and convenient frozen meals actually taste quite good. The chicken is not dry at all. It's pretty juicy. And the flavor of the teriyaki, it's like savory from the soy, but also sweet. I think maybe for my taste, it is a little bit too sweet, but that's just a personal preference type thing. But that definitely doesn't mean I don't like it. And this is actually a decent amount of chicken. I actually didn't add all of it to the bowl because it was just too much. And it's only $5.99 for the bag. I feel like you could feed at least 2 people, maybe 3 with the amount of chicken in here. Maybe even 4. There's a lot of chicken. All right, last but not least, we're trying these sweet cinnamon filled Korean pancakes, a chewy flaky dough with a lusciously gooey cinnamon filling. And I believe these are called hotteok in Korean. I hope I said that correctly. So to prepare this, we place 1 pancake on a microwave safe plate and microwave for 20 to 30 seconds. Remove from microwave and place in ungreased pan over medium heat. Heat for about 5 minutes on first side until crisp and dark golden. Heat on second side until crisp and golden. All right, here we have our Korean cinnamon pancake. Definitely sounds crispy. Let's go ahead and cut it in half and see what the inside looks like. Ooh, wow, look at that gooey cinnamon filling. Ooh, it looks so good. All right, I can't hold it because it's too hot. I'm gonna use some chopsticks to eat it. You know, as crispy as it sounded, it's actually not that crispy when you eat it. It kind of just has like a hard shell on the outside and then it's kind of doughy on the inside. The dough does have a nice little chew to it though, which I like. And the cinnamon filling is really nice. It kind of reminds me of the cinnamon paste that people put in cinnamon buns. It gives me that kind of vibe. When you eat the edge of the pancake, you get too much dough, so you wish there's more cinnamon. But when you eat the middle of the pancake, you wish that there was a little more dough. So I feel like if they could distribute it a little bit better throughout the pancake. Overall, I think it's not not bad. Not sure if I would get it again though. Maybe I have to experiment with some of the other heating methods. I suspect the air fryer might be a good option. Or if any of you guys have tried this and have a recommended way of eating it or cooking it, please let me know in the comments. All right, that's it for this video. I was trying to think of what my top 3 would be, but I really couldn't narrow it down. So I'm gonna put my top 5 here on the screen for you guys. If you come across any of these at your local Trader Joe's, definitely pick them up. And don't forget to comment what other stores I should do this at. If you have any in mind, I would love to take your suggestions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!